guys, it's Melanie, and today I've got a crochet tutorial for you. You guys love the crochet tutorials, so I've got a new one. It is this scarf. I wanted something really lacy, great for spring, kind of a frilly little edge, kind of girly, but still really fun and very simple. If you're an advanced beginner, I think that you could accomplish this project. You have a few projects under your belt. It's not, you don't have to worry about the gauge, you're not counting stitches or anything like that. This is a pretty long scarf. It will take you a little bit of time. Took me, a couple days of really spending a lot of time working on it. But this is a really fun project. I actually like to wear it like this. This yarn is by Red Heart. I will have that down below in the About box. Couple things, make sure that you check the About box. A lot of times I get comments and questions that are answered in the About box. So if you're having trouble with something and you need a question answered, check there. It has the hook I used, the yarn I used, all of the written out instructions, and I recommend copying and pasting that into something you can print out so that you can kind of mark along what you're doing, make little notes, kind of have it there so you don't have to be sitting in front of your computer the entire time. If you are having trouble, don't forget to just pause the video, rewind, and try that step again. I'm going to be kind of showing you each step, but then moving on to the next one, and obviously it's going to be quite a bit of time that you'll be crocheting in between each step. This video is only a few minutes. So let's get going. Let's jump right into the video. Okay, so here's the yarn we're using, Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable in Tidal. I am using the recommended J hook, and I'm just pulling the yarn out to get it ready. Now we are going to start our foundation chain. We're going to slip knot and foundation chain 30 across. If you are confused about what a foundation chain is or you need some extra help with this step, I will link a video below. So we're going to go ahead and chain 30 going across. It's not going to be a very wide scarf at this point because we are going to put that ruffled border all the way around. So it's not going to be too wide at this step. I was actually yarn shopping for another project and I saw this yarn and I just could not leave the store without it. So it's totally my colors, and I just had to figure out something to do with this yarn. It was just so pretty. I love the variation in the yarn and the colors, and I think it'd be really fun for spring. So here we go. We got 30 going across. Now we're going to chain 3, which will count as our double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to insert the hook 3 chains over from that end. So 1, 2, 3. In that 4th chain, we're going to double crochet. So a double crochet, just to remind you, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, and insert 2 loops, yarn over the last 2 loops. Okay, so that's kind of how you should get started. Then we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet 1 chain over. So I'll show you here on the foundation chain, we're going to skip one of those foundation chains and insert it in the next one over. So right where my thumb is there, double crochet and insert there. That's going to help give us kind of a lacy, more open look. So this is our double crochet. And then we're going to chain 1 and do the same thing going all the way across. A refresher on the double crochet, it's yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over the first 2 loops, yarn over last 2 loops, and that's your double crochet. So here we are down at the end. You can see we have 2 chains left. We're gonna chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet in that last foundation chain right by that slip knot where we originally started. So there's our double crochet. And then we're going to chain 3 and then turn our work. So here's the chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're gonna, it's called turn your work. So if a crochet pattern ever says that, this is what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna turn it. So that counts as our double crochet, that chain 3. And then we're going to chain 1. And then we are going to double crochet in that top stitch right above that double crochet from the first row. So here we are doing that double crochet. how it should be looking. And you're going to do the same thing as that first row. It's going to be really straightforward. So we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to double crochet in the stitch that's right above the double crochet from that first row. So we're going to skip a chain, and then we're going to double crochet. And we're basically just going to continue this on all the way until we reach our desired length. Okay, so here we are at the end again. We're going to put it in this stitch right here at the top of that original chain 3 that we did. Right like this. And you can kind of see how that edge looks. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, turn our work, chain 1, and do it all over again. Here is it at the other end. There's the double crochet, chain 1, and then it's going to be in this stitch that you're going to insert that double crochet for the end, just so you get an idea of what the ends look like. This is a great spot to pause the video or jot down the timestamp and grab a hot cup of tea, put your feet up, and stitch away. Fun to insert a little vlog into this video. The thing I really love about crochet is that you get to sit on the couch and just relax and hang out while you're stitching up your project. So I'm gonna sit down, watch some Olympics, and my kids are with grandma for a few hours. I'm gonna work on this project. So go ahead and keep continuing stitching on like you saw me demonstrate already, and then I'll show you how to add the fun little ruffle. So happy stitching. Okay, so when you've completed your scarf, mine was about 63 inches. You're going to single crochet all the way around. So single crochet, just to give you a little refresher, here it's going to be in slow motion. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, and pull it through, yarn over, and pull through those 2 loops. So a really simple stitch. And what you're going to do is you're going to put 2 single crochets in each one of these little openings. And we're basically just going to give ourselves a good foundation to make our ruffle. So 2 single crochets in each little space going all the way around. And then on the side, same thing, 2 single crochets going all the way around. You don't have to do anything special for the corners. You're just going to do the 2 going across, and then once you turn, the 2 going down. So you're just going to continue doing this all the way around so that we get that nice good foundation. Okay, so here we go. We're going to tie it off here. We're going to end those crochets. So we'll see how it's like the 2 on the side and then the 2 on the top. So the corners aren't anything different. So then at the beginning, we're going to slip stitch right here. So that's a slip stitch. And then we are going to do the next round, to chain 1, 2, 3. And we're going to be doing some double crochets. So here's a double crochet right there in that next stitch. We've been doing a lot of double crochet with this project, so you should be a pro at it. See, there's how it's looking. And then we're going to double crochet in the next chain. So we're just going to double crochet in each chain all the way around. Right here I'm going to show you this stitch right here. It's that center stitch in the corner. You do have to take some special consideration for the corner. So you're going to do your double crochet just like normal, and then once you get to that stitch, which is that exact corner stitch, you're going to be doing 5 double crochets in that same stitch. So here we go. There's the second one, third one. Okay, so you're going to have 5 double crochets so that it has a nice curve and a turn to the work. You got to increase a little bit on that one side. So there we go, and then you're just going to continue on double crocheting all the way around. Here's how it's supposed to look. And then continue all the way around. Here's how it will be looking as you're going along those corners. Now I use 2 skeins, so you are going to run out of yarn at some point. So this is what I like to do. I knot my yarn. I know some crocheters don't like to do that, but I find that that's the most secure way for me, so that's how I like to do it. And then you are just going to kind of ignore those tails and continue that double crochet going around. And then I like to kind of hold the tails along the side so that I just go ahead and stitch right over them, and then it kind of hides them as I go. So here's the ending of that double crochet round. So here's how you're going to attach it. There's that final double crochet, and then you're going to slip stitch with the 3rd chain from that original chain 3. So right there, slip stitch. Now for another row of this ruffle, we are going to be doing another round of double crochets, but this time we're going to have a chain in between. So this is going to be chain 4, which is going to count as a double crochet in a chain 1. And then in the next chain over, we are going to double crochet. So here's the double crochet again. And then we're going to chain 1. And then place the next double crochet right in that next chain over. So right next door, right there. So this entire round is going to be double crochet, chain 1, going all the way around. In this one, you do not have to take any special consideration for the corners. So you're just going to do this all the way around. Now we're coming to the end of this one. You'll see the beginnings of a ruffle. It's adding those extra chains in there to give you some extra kind of fluff in there. So here we go. There's that chain 1, our final double crochet. And then we're coming up to our final round. So we're up to the last step here. You're going to slip stitch in that chain 3, the 3rd chain from that original chain 4 that we did in the last round. Okay, so on to this last round, we're going to do some chains, and then we're going to be single crocheting. So it's going to create this kind of little ruffle going back and forth. But first I want to show you kind of how it's looking. I forgot to do that. So you can see kind of how it's added some yarn in there. There's a little bit of a ruffle beginning. You don't have to do anything special in the corner. See how it just goes around just fine. Okay, so now we are chain 4. Then we're gonna do a single crochet right there. All right, 1, 2, 3. So it's gonna be chain 3, and then you're gonna single crochet in every single stitch going all the way around. That's all that it is. Chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. In every stitch, you're not going to skip any stitches, okay? So even that chain 1, that little guy right there, that chain 1, you're going to want to get in there too. And you're going to do this all the way around. And at first, it's going to look a little bit funny, but once you get going, you're going to kind of see the effect that it has. Okay, if you're having trouble getting your hook into those little chains, kind of like I am here, you can use a size down of a hook. So if you're having trouble, then that would be something that you could do to troubleshoot. So here's how it's looking. All right, so now that you have gone all the way around, just a few more little things here to show you. And you're basically just gonna do the same thing all the way up into the end, and then you're gonna slip stitch it to that original chain 3 that you did. So really simple and easy scarf. I really hope that you guys had fun doing this project. Share any of your finished projects on Facebook with me or tweet me. Just let me know. I'd love to see your projects. And I hope you had as much fun doing this project as I did. Here we go. There's this last slip stitch right in here. And thanks you guys so much for watching. Cut your ends, weave in your ends, and you are done. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, and share it with your friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.